Skip Jeffries coming from the garage here. We're kind of on a busy schedule today. We had storms roll through early this morning, kind of wreaked havoc on the old homestead. As you can see, we got a couple issues going on right now. Starters, well, let's explain the story first. We had storms roll through a couple times last night and then earlier this morning, and then at about 3:30 or so, and God only knows why is this man up at 3:30. Well, when you get up every morning at 3:30 to go to work every day, your body gets regulated into it. But anyways, I was on the computer kind of checking emails and stuff before heading into work, and I heard, we had lightning, and then I heard a pop, and it's like, oh, that didn't sound too good, and my big monitor above my laptop that I hook into kind of flickered and turned off, turned on. It's like, well, okay, so I've got one of those GFI whole house kind of systems that I installed probably good 6-7 years ago, and I think that's probably what saved the house, but we had a couple issues that didn't survive it. As you can see, my garage door does not, well, it opened up. I opened it up not thinking when I went out to see if I could see any smoke going on, because I thought I had lightning that hit the roof, went through the house and wreaked havoc on all my electricals. But anyways, as soon as I opened up the door, took a look out there and realized that my house wasn't on fire, I didn't have any lightning damage to it. I go back in and I hit the remote to turn or close the garage, and the thing just went shut. Other issue, hot water. Went to turn on the hot water to hop in the shower to take a shower this morning, and normally it takes less than a couple seconds for it to get hot, and lo and behold, our tankless heater here was connected to this GFCI outlet, and that stopped working. I mean, the GFCI pretty much toast. I've got the power disconnected, and that comes to my third story here. In your breaker boxes, folks, make sure when you have stuff installed that they label stuff, or else you'll be like me for a good 30 minutes flipping one of these switches on and then taking a look, switching it back off, or switching it off, turning it on, verifying that it's off. I mean, I went through the right side, I would say from this far up, and I figured I'd start, but eventually I made my way down to 30, and that was the magic number. And lo and behold, guess what? Two items are kind of connected together. Garage door opener and this GFCI. I guess the electrician ran those together when they installed the tankless heater. So, to make a long story short, I went to the store, picked up a new GFCI outlet and some sensors for the garage door. And what I'm thinking now, as soon as I was going to replace the sensors first, and I'm thinking, well, let's try the GFCI. If that GFCI fixes both, which I think it will, we're golden. So that's what we're going to attempt to do. Like I stated in a previous video, I don't know what the order is, but we'll give you a quick recap. No, I did cover it. We had the storms, and it knocked out this GFCI that we got in here, kind of toasted it. Anytime you do with electrical, it's always good to verify or double verify. So I mean, I shut off the power at the breaker box. I've got this little tool here. You just want to kind of verify that you have no electricity going. And you go, well, how can you trust that thing? Well, let's go to an outlet that's active. So that's your negative and your positive. So I'm pretty satisfied that that'll meet the safety requirements that we have going on here. So, and we'll go ahead and kind of get on with it and see if we can pull this GFCI outlet out here. Not a whole lot of room in here, so we'll see what these camera angles will do. It's righty-tighty here. I always like to do is kind of open this thing up and kind of take a look at what you got going on. So this one here is line. You've got your ground. I believe it's your hot and your negative on your wiring here. Let's see if we can grab our new unit. Looking at these things are pretty similar. Just kind of get your orientation. I like to do one wire at a time. I mean, you can disconnect them all and do whichever you want to do. Just kind of taking a look at what you got here. Same configuration. We got line on this side, line on this side. So I think it's a pretty easy repair. So we'll go ahead, kind of disconnect these wires if we can, and just reconnect as we go. Boy, you hammered those things down. Holy crap! That should pop that wire out. Hopefully. Take one out, just make sure, double check again, line. You get line and load on these things. That's just kind of reverse order. And we'll see if we can drill these things down. Kind of give them a snug fit, and it should not be loose at all. And those are pretty tight, so we'll try to tuck them back in like he had them before. And kind of finish the process here. And I think the price on this, I went to Lowe's to pick up all the outlets and sensors today, so I think this outlet here is right around 23 bucks. Kind of went with middle of the road, but I kind of chose this one because it's got an audible alarm that lets you know when the circuit breaker's popped. And I don't know why. Like today I wasn't really thinking a whole lot, so. But I also chose this one because it had the kind of stick-in wire thing going on with it. And to me that was kind of beneficial. I'm not gonna gorilla these down. We want to make sure they're tight, but not real tight. All right, let's go ahead and flip on our breaker and see what kind of magic we got going on. Alrighty, so that I think works, the audible alarm. Go ahead, moment of truth here. Plug in the old tankless heater, put it on the ladder so I wouldn't forget where it was at, and guess what happened? Forgot where it was at. Let's find one of these things that actually fit. That'll work, I think. Pop this on and then we'll plug everything in. That way we don't have to plug it in, plug it out, do all that mischievous maintenance or extra work. Go ahead and lose a screw while we're at it. Everybody says that buying a home's an investment. Actually, it's not a bad investment if you look at it versus renting. The only downside is when shit breaks, it's your walls, you gotta open up, get it fixed. Alright, let's get the one that kind of sticks in there, get it started. I thought there would be a light on that bad boy. You got a test button. Moment of truth number 1, and see if we can prove a theory number 2 when it comes to the garage door. Plug it in and hopefully we don't hear a big pop. Looks like it's running through the cycles. Now I do have another tester type deal we can slap in there just to verify that things are wired up alright. What you're looking for there is the 2 orange and the unlit red, and that tells you that it's correct. Let this water heater kind of run through its business. So it looks like it's working here. We got 120 showing on the screen. I'll run the water just to double verify. Let's turn off our lights here, save a little battery. Now let's prove the second thing I wanted to prove here. Let's see if this door will close. No, so one problem not resolved. But anyways, we got that fixed. I guess my assumption that the 2 would magically fix each other was a different story. So I've got some more work ahead of me. I just want to thank you guys for watching.